A tweet that was put out by the Oath Keepers is very kind of scary. Let me read out the actual tweet to you. The first shot has been fired, brother. Civil war is here. Right now, we'll give Trump one last chance to declare this a Marxist insurrection and suppress it as his duty demands. If he fails to do his duty, we will do ours, against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I think that might make it pretty clear what they intend to do to Black Lives Matter, or maybe just to Black lives in general. Basically, the righteous anger at being oppressed by the government, a racist government, will be countered by people who are supposed to be standing up to tyranny and corrupt government. I mean, let's face it, all these militias who think it's still 1776, and I'm not against the idea of militias or gun ownership in general, it's just the problem isn't guns, it's stupid people with guns. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be there to fight government tyranny, to fight the big, bad, evil overlord government that's stamping on their rights and whatnot. I mean, should probably just ignore basically every piece of legislation that was written since 9/11, and you could go back even farther than that. But here they are shooting their own fellow Americans for not wanting to be oppressed by a racist government. Now, I do realize what I just said. I mean, they don't really see black Americans as their fellow Americans, and that should be pretty obvious from this post right here and what it is that they intend to do. But I think this is a warning. So to every leftist in general who doesn't own a gun, you might want to consider getting one, because I think these guys just declared war on you. And they pretty much just said they're coming to kill you. I mean, that's what a statement like this really is. If Trump doesn't come in and just commit mass murders, they're going to do it. For all their bluster, for all their against big, evil government, Soviet Union coming along at any minute, you'd think the fucking Cold War had never ended. Here they are. Complete tools of that same system they claim to be fighting against. It's incredible the amount of hypocrisy here. It kind of boggles my mind, but I shouldn't be surprised. But let's understand what this is. This is fascist tendency. For all their bluster about, being about freedom, here they are willing to defend a president who not only is morally repugnant, wholly anti-democratic, but specifically incites domestic unrest for his own political gain. Think about that. Every unethical thing he's ever done, deliberately slowing down the mail to tamper with the election. From all the anti-democratic measures to trying to write presidential orders for things he doesn't legally have the power to do, which he would have done if they'd have let him get away with it. And this kind of blatant abuse of power, these oath keepers, these people who have shot their mouths off for, I believe, decades, saying they were going to be the ones to take down the big, evil, totalitarian government, they are lining right up behind this fascist and doing his bidding. You know what? They're the brown shirts. If my memory serves me about the brown shirts properly, the thugs that basically did Hitler's bidding, before he was elected, that's them. That's what they are, and that's what they're going to do. You saw the video that I put up a couple days ago about the sheriff who called for the permanent warehousing of some people. Interesting term, warehousing. Warehousing is what you do with inanimate objects, not people. You imprison them. But I guess that's kind of the problem, that they can't tell the difference between a person who has rights and an inanimate object. And these self-proclaimed badasses, oh, I'm fighting for liberty and justice, lining right up behind Trump's goddamn swastika to do its bidding. So once and for all, these right-wing militias should be acknowledged for what they are. Liars. Deluded, closet fascists. That's what they are. As Keith Olbermann once said,
"You're a fascist. Get them to print you a t-shirt with fascist on it."
And that's straight up the truth. That is exactly what they are. For every attempt to say that fascism is un-American, no, it's not. Fascism is very American. It's as American as apple pie. Except that Americans didn't invent apple pie. But I digress. Anyway. So, get ready, comrades. If you don't want to be killed by a cop and you want to protest to that fact, you're going to get shot by some friggin' wingnut doing the bidding of, for all intents and purposes, the next Hitler. I know that's a cliche at this point to call people Hitler. And even to call Trump Hitler at this point is a cliche. But the problem is, it keeps being too accurate.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.